Hello. Welcome to Great Escapes with me, Izzy Suttie.
And me, Dan Skinner.
Every episode, we explore somewhere new across the southwest or Wales. And we just meet people, chat to them. I go to lots of charity shops. And Dan goes to the gym sometimes.
I've been to the gym once because it was part of my programme. And we go off to our separate ways and we try something different. And then we meet back up in usually a sort of a nice cafe, a pub, restaurant.
An eatery.
We've drunk a lot of coffee, haven't we?
Sometimes have a cortado if it's after 3 p.m. and before 4 p.m.
Well, I've never seen you have a cortado, so I don't know if that's true or not.
Actually, yeah, I probably only do it about once a month.
Yeah, okay, so that's Izzy's a liar.
But one thing we're not lying about is that this time we're in sunny Exmouth. That was a good link. It's in Devon. It's a seaside town.
Small.
Gorgeous. Small. Yeah, it is small. Had you been there before, Daniel Skinner?
No, I'm going to say no, I haven't been to Exmouth. Exeter? Yes.
Exeter, yes, for me.
That's half an hour away. But Exmouth, no. So I was a novice there.
I did something, I've never, ever done this before.
I was quite jealous of you doing this.
Were you?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised.
This is my cup of tea, this sort of thing.
It was, whose cup of tea wouldn't it be?
No, exactly.
I guess people who don't eat fish maybe wouldn't want to. There's a clue. Another fish-themed task.
Well, we're on the coast, so I think that's okay.
Yeah, I think that is okay. Yes, there are tend to be lots of fish on the coast. So I went behind the counter with the permission of the people who own the counter.
You didn't just rock up and start doing it like a lunatic.
The shop was called the Proper Fish and Chip Company, and it's a fish and chip shop. And I got to go behind the counter with their permission and batter fish and chips and serve them to people. Where were you?
I was at a place called Arty Boat. Now, if I wasn't doing this podcast, I would never in a million years have done anything like this. It's a little cafe where people go in there and you can paint wooden ornaments. I was sort of having an out-of-body experience going, I can't believe I'm sitting in the shop in Exmouth painting a wooden duck, but this is where I am. We will hear all about me painting ornaments later and you serving fish and chips later. But first, I'd love to hear from you. Do you have a travel story that went slightly sideways?
Or a moment that made you fall in love with a place? Email us at greatescapes@thinkpublishing.co.uk. We actually love receiving these, don't we?
Yeah.
I thought I knew what we'd get. I thought it would be like, we ran out of petrol on the M4 and we had to make up a musical by the side of the... Actually, I'd quite like to get that letter. I don't know.
We've had wild boars running around the Forest of Dean with a pack of piglets that look like stripy sausages.
Yeah.
That sticks out, that story.
Yeah, it does stick out. We've got 2 great stories today.
Yeah, we have. If you stick around to the end of the podcast, we'll be sharing Judy's story about a mysterious midnight visitor in the Highlands.
And Tim's animal-themed dinner disaster in Slovenia.
That sounds intriguing.
Really does. So I went to the Proper Fish and Chip Company, which is on the High Street. And I'm not exaggerating because I went there and got to sample all this stuff for free. The best chips I think I've ever had.
So every morning we peel and chip our potatoes. We try and buy them locally wherever we can, and we come in and we cut our fish, prepare everything. Fish goes into the fridge, chips are ready here, and then once we're ready to start frying, we light up the range. We keep our pans separate, so we have a chip pan and a fish pan. They run at slightly different temperatures. You've got quite a high temperature for your fish, and then a more moderate temperature for your chips. And what happens is when you lay your fish in, or anything that's battered, it immediately reacts with the oil and sets the batter on the outside. Then it's just a question of cooking that batter through, and it protects the fish inside, stops it from drying out, and then the fish almost boils inside the batter, if that makes sense.
What's the weirdest thing you've battered? I mean, do you do like Mars bars and things?
So we don't. The reason we don't do it is because ultimately, whatever you're putting into your pans affects the other stuff in your pans.
Of course, yeah,
so if
yeah.
you cook battered Mars bars in this pan and you cook fish in this pan, you're going to have chocolate flavoured fish.
Yeah.
Because ultimately it changes the taste in the oil.
Okay.
So it's fine
Well,
if you're going to do
that sounds
it.
all right, actually, but it's not for everyone.
No,
Yeah.
exactly. But we tend to stick to what we know. So we've been doing this. Well, I've been doing fish and chips for 30 years.
Okay.
And the guy I learned from had been doing it for about 40 years, and he learned from his dad who'd been doing it for about 50 years.
Yeah.
Right, you ready?
I'm ready. I like when you're even that bit. I can tell you've been doing it for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Go for
You
it.
got insurance. Right. Okay. So
Into
I'm
the
gonna,
back of the pan, nice and confident.
Okay. One just went in. Okay.
Yeah,
One,
don't worry,
two,
that's
three.
fine. That's it. Perfect.
Brilliant. Very satisfying, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So once these are in, you pretty much leave them alone. You want to move them around a little bit, just so you don't have a hot spot on the pan, and that'll bring the temperature. You'll see that on here, the temperature will just start to drop down. This means that the burners are on underneath the pan.
So when the chips go in, they bring it down a bit like when you've got boiling water and you put, say, parboiling roast potatoes.
Yes.
They stop it from boiling for a bit and then it comes back
Yeah,
up.
so the temperature, because of all those cold potatoes that have gone in there, the temperature is going to drop down like that, and the potatoes will gradually soften, and then that temperature will start to come back up, and that'll just crispen them up on the outside. This is our fish that we've cut up today. So this is our cod. Here we have, this is it's rice flour basically. So it's just like normal flour, but if you want to feel it, it's a little bit coarser.
And is this standard?
This is standard old school. Again, this is the old school way
I
of
love
doing
this
things.
old school business,
Yeah.
like, you know, and it's going to remind people, like, how old are you?
I'm 45.
Yeah, I'm 47, so
Okay.
it's sort of
Yeah.
So, you know, late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
It's going to remind people of our generation, but also older people.
Exactly, yeah.
Of their own childhoods.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the way it was done back then, and we haven't changed anything about it, you know. We just coat the fish really lightly in this, and all that does is it helps the batter to stick.
Okay.
You don't want too much of it knocking around, so if you want to coat that
So
one
this is a
and
bit
pop
like,
it
I keep thinking about when I roast potatoes, this is a bit like I parboil the potatoes, then I
Yeah.
put a bit of normal flour, maybe
Yeah.
rice flour would be better actually,
Yeah.
and then put it into the hot oil.
Yeah, that
Is it the
would
same
help.
principle?
That would help them crispen up. This is more about if we put it straight in the batter without that, the batter would stick, but not quite as well. So we want it to stick.
And the batter, is that batter that like I would make at home, like eggs and...
No, there's no eggs in our batter. We use a batter mix, so that's a pre-prepared flour, but essentially it's flour.
Normal flour.
Normal flour, and then it has a raisin, just a slight raisin agent in it, so a bit like bicarb. You want to lay it in away from you again, so any splashes go away from where you are. That's on. That's all good. So with the fish as well, I want to take it from the thinnest end.
Yeah.
And you want to lay it into the pan with what would be the skin side down. So you're going to put it into the batter and then lay it into the pan like that.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
And the same with that one. Take it from the thin end and lay it in like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it
Are you
does.
left-handed, right-handed?
Right-handed.
Okay.
Can you remember the first time you did this?
No. It's too long ago. So these are about ready now. We test them by just giving them a quick squeeze. Obviously they're hot.
So
but
you want
to
there to be enough give.
Yeah, so you want it crispy on the outside. You can hear it. It's crispy on the outside, but then soft in the middle. And then drop them into the chip box like that.
They're such a good size as well, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah.
There you go. I'll let you get some of those out.
I love the noise of. You must be so used to that noise.
Yeah.
It's so nice to hear. It just does remind me of. There's something really lovely about going to get fish and chips, and we often do it on a Friday night. It's like a tradition.
I think there is, for me, it's just all about family and spending time with each other, you know. And it's such a treat when we were little, you know. It was the thing that we did, you know. When I got fish and chips, everyone was excited about it.
Yeah, it's not the same as getting any other takeaway.
No.
Like, I've eaten them sitting cross-legged in the park. I've eaten them like in a caravan when it's raining on holiday. I just think, it just brings back memories.
Absolutely. Good memories.
Yeah, good memories. Yeah. And sometimes like making the most of a rainy holiday or something. It's like a lovely warm meal.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you get to the point where someone will come in and you're like, you're a regular, I know you have cod and chips?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
These guys, now for me, because we've got 2 shops, I don't spend so much time in the shops these days, but I did do for a long time. And I'd only been here 18 months, 2 years, and I'd walk down the road with my little boy holding my hand, and someone would say, "Hi, Danny," and my little boy would say, "Who's that?" And I say, "I don't know his name, but it's one of my customers, and he has cod and chips twice every Friday." And I think if you ask these guys, I think they'll say exactly the same thing. We know, so many people. People are very loyal. We have a real loyal customer base. Everyone's just very nice.
Yeah,
very nice.
I get that feeling already.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking forward to spending the day here.
Yeah, it's a great place. Great place to live.
Maybe I'll get to meet a few of the customers
absolutely.
today.
Well, hopefully. I mean, if the weather improves a bit, we might have a few in.
Yeah.
Right, and then final touches. This is our homemade tartare sauce.
Oh, wow.
We're a bit famous for this, so we'll do one of those pots each, and then we'll take it out over here, and then you can have a try.
Amazing. All right, I'm going to try chip first.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Good?
Yeah.
Excellent. That's what we like to hear.
This is gorgeous.
I had some as well when I came in at the end. I know I'm not allowed to say I was in part of your thing, but it was really nice.
It was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I met Danny. The great thing about him is he's so knowledgeable about the science of it and the way that it cooks and why it cooks at a certain temperature and why it cooks for a certain amount of time.
There's nothing like listening to someone with expertise.
In Exmouth.
In Exmouth expertise.
No, it's true. One of the things I've really loved about doing this podcast is the passion that comes out. You've said that as well. Like when people really love what they do and know about it, you really notice the difference because they sort of. And
also, it's like fish and chips. You walk past a fish and chip shop every day. You don't know how it's all made and prepared. We just take it completely for granted. So I find that fascinating.
Thank you. All due to me.
Yeah. Because you got the fish out of the sea.
I did.
And you battered them.
I did.
And you cooked them.
Yeah.
Served them up. Yeah.
I went and I fished that morning.
My God, well done, Izzy.
Thank you. Finally, my bravery is recognised. So where did you go?
Well, I went up the road from you. So we walked down the road about 200 or 300 yards into a little shop that looks like any other shop on the high street, but in the window is full of the wooden ducks and sort of white porcelain pots. And this is called Arty Boat. And you walk in there, and I met Ashley and Tina, who run the place. And it's an arts and crafts place. It's an arts and crafts place where you sit down and you paint these wooden objects, mostly ducks, as I say, and white porcelain pots. And lovely Ashley, who runs the place, handed me, when I came in, he handed me as a gift a tiny, I don't know what you'd call it, it was made out of plastic, but it was a tiny replica Sainsbury's bag, i.e. Angelos's bag. And so I didn't know what I was going to paint when he handed me my wooden duck. But as soon as he gave me that, I thought, right, I'm painting a duck, Angelos. And you gave him a great name, and you called him Angelos Quackethemiou. That's cool, man. Thank you.
So you might want to attach that to your duck after all.
Yeah, I will. Well, I might as well paint the duck like Angelos now, innit?
There you go. You've got
blue anorak on tie. And the idea is that you come into this place, you take one of these items off the wall, off the bookshelf, and you sit down and you presumably sit quietly and paint it. Is that correct?
Yeah. Sit and relax and do something different. It's an experience that it's something you can take away from Exmouth.
Yeah.
Loads of
made
people.
Yourself.
Yeah, people find it really relaxing, therapeutic.
Yeah.
And it's something different as well, something that you don't do every day.
Yeah.
We started in Birmingham where we had an art cafe, so people would come in mainly for cakes, coffees, afternoon tea, that sort of thing. And then we thought, well, what other activities can they come and do? And then we introduced a few different things. So then we moved here and then started it all again, really. But we thought, actually, we don't want it as a coffee shop. We want it as everybody that's coming in is doing an art activity.
Right,
we want it to be for that reason.
So you've abandoned the coffee.
Yeah, we still do coffees, teas and pop and things, and we do the afternoon teas. A lot of people really like those. So those are quite popular. You get your sandwiches,
it'd be nice to sit down with a mug of tea and paint the duck.
Yeah, well, that's it. Everybody gets a drink and biscuits regardless.
Good. That's good.
And then you can have afternoon tea if you want to.
Yeah, and it's lovely, isn't it, that it's their own thing, their own creation, so you can take it home and go, I done that.
Yeah, and then people like to come back and do more and add to the collection.
Yeah.
We've got the drunk ducks as well, so those ones are lying on their backs.
Lying on their backs, drinking a
wine holder.
Champagne. Yeah. Right, should we give it a go?
Yeah, so I'll get our example duck.
Now I'm going to follow the instructions which were written on the wall here. The duck has already been provided for me kindly by the guys, so that's sat in front of me on a green plate. I have a pot of paintbrushes of various sizes, and when you're when you're at a loose end, do you guys just sort of sit down and pull a duck off the shelves and just go, yeah, I'm gonna do one today, or of your duck painting days, are they over now?
Oh no, we love doing that. It's not often we get time to do that because we mainly work on a session basis that are all booked. People have booked in, so we know how many customers we've got coming in. Yeah. If we don't have any customers, we just don't open. But if we do get some time, we do enjoy still making the ducks and the pottery and we've got elephant on wood and mushrooms, all sorts of things. But there's always something to do is the thing. There's always tons of washing up.
Yeah.
Loads of cleaning, loads of replenishing stock and tidying up around people and bringing them fresh water for their brushes. So we really do kind of slave upon people to try and make it a really nice experience.
Yeah, it is a nice experience.
Where we do all of the...
I'm thoroughly enjoying masking tape this time. It's very... do you know what? It's therapeutic and it's very accessible. Do you know what I mean? It's something you can easily do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not difficult.
No, like I say, even children have done it from a young age. You might want to paint a beak.
I know.
Are you going to paint a beak? I thought you might.
I'm very much angled to paint the beak. Although I've over-masked it.
Fabulous. There you go.
Masked.
It's looking really good.
He's masked. Now, step 2. Use a sponge. Is that
the little
sponge?
green one.
The green sponge. Use the smooth side.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
It.
Now I've got the white base paint.
And you're going to dab it everywhere you paint it.
I'm going to dab it.
That's it.
Little dabba-doo, yeah.
We say dab a lot here, don't we?
Yeah, well, it's a universal language of duck painting. Dabbing, like bingo. Now look at this. Look at this guy.
That's it. And then you got the beak. And
his beak, dabbing away. I'm dabbing away at the beak. Right, so I got to go to the hairdryer, which I have here.
Yeah, you got just to the left of you.
Turn that on.
So you can hold it on the masking tape bit.
I'm just drying my duck. Now, I can safely say this is something I have never done before. Hair drying the paint on a wooden duck. This is a first. This is a first, man.
Dry.
Thank you very much. It's had the seal of approval.
There you go. It's had a little quality check there.
The boss says it's dry, so I can proceed. Collect your paint. My all-over colour will be blue. And there's a few colours I want to do. I'm going to need that, and I'm going to need that. And then there's going to be some making it up along the way.
Okay, that's the best way.
But
just seeing how it goes.
Yeah, see how I go, see how I get on. When you were plastering houses in Birmingham, I don't suppose you thought, a couple of years' time,
I'll be painting ducks' bums.
I will be inviting people in to paint ducks. I mean, this is niche stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it's...
And something not, there's no 5-year business plan involved with this sort of thing, is there? It's just like, well, let's see how we get on. Do you find the pace of life down here just slower?
Yeah, it's... we were coming on holiday down here for about 20 years.
Oh, right, okay.
So wanted to move down here,
but
we knew it. Yeah, moving down here, it's awesome. It is just a different way of life. It's just nice and chilled, and you're by the sea.
We go again.
Second coat now of the blue on the main area of the duck, which I'm going to try and turn into Angelos.
Oh, let the secret out the bag.
Because I've been given the lovely little orange Sainsbury's bag, and so I want the duck to be able to match the orange Sainsbury's bag, which means blue anorak, yellow tie, beak, probably orange, and black shoes. I'm going to need a fine brush for this, because we really are getting into the Picasso, the delicate stuff. Yeah, I think maybe there's something with a sharper edge.
Oh. That one's small, but...
You feel a bit sort of self-conscious about being quiet and doing this, you know what I mean? Like, just being into it.
Yeah.
It's a strange thing to describe.
Well, we can get people that are really chatty in a big group, and they're really, really chatty, but then they get into it and they go, very, very quiet.
Yeah.
Unusually quiet for them, and people have said that because they don't necessarily want to talk.
No, exactly. You just get into what you're doing.
It's like when you have a massage
and
they're talking to you during a massage.
You just sort of switch off, don't you?
Yeah, you think, I just want to enjoy it.
Just a sort of pure focus, isn't it? That's what's nice about it.
Yeah, it's nice to just forget about life for a few hours.
And paint the duck. That's special, isn't it? I have made an Angelos duck. So he's got a lovely blue anorak, black and blue boots and shoes. Ashley has made me a mini Sainsbury's bag and sourced me some glasses. And they've gone on the duck's face, and the bag's gone on the anorak, and I've got the yellow tie, and he looks absolutely stunning. That is very personal item that no one else would have made.
Do you know what? Danny from the fish and chip shop had come from outside Exmouth as well. He'd come down to Exmouth from London.
Well, from our limited research of the Exmouth population.
Yeah, everyone migrates there.
Everyone migrates to Exmouth.
It does look like it's so sweet.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
When I brought it home, Ernie, my little one, he grabbed it straight off the shelf. I was like, wow, no fighting with Quackers. You leave that there, son. But he can play with it and look at it, but he can't smash it around like he does with the other stuff.
Have you been to one of those pottery cafes?
Yes, I have. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like the ones you get in London where you can get very posh coffee and, you know, it's all farrow and ball on the walls. This was much more characterful and interesting. And it was a really... And on the walls, it was the step-by-step procedure of what you did to go through. And they were so helpful you didn't have to do anything. So the idea was you paint everything, and then they literally just clear everything away from you. So all the stuff that you wouldn't want to do, like in terms of arts and crafts, they took care of that for you. So you could just literally get on with the business of painting your duck, and which is what I did. Very, very successfully, I think.
It is very successful. I wish that I'd got to do yours. So I don't mean that I didn't like doing the fish and chips. I'd like to have done both.
It was a lovely autumn day, and the famous five were thinking of all the amazing things they could do if they travelled with Great Western Railway. Hot air ballooning in Bristol, said George. Exploring Cardiff Castle, said Anne. Boating in Henley, said Dick. Let's take in a London show, said Julian. We'll do the whole lot, said George, but can we set off tomorrow? I've tired myself out just thinking about them. There's more to explore with Great Western Railway. Adventures start here.
So, at the end of the day, we ended up at the Grapevine.
I went to the Grapevine pub and we sat by... It wasn't an open fire, was it?
Although I kept thinking of it as an open fire, but it wasn't.
It did half give off some heat.
Oh, it gave off some heat, and it was. I tell you what,
we needed it because it was cold, wasn't it?
We had slanty rain.
It was like sideways. It was like an English summer. It was like hitting,
exactly.
The rain was hitting you in the face,
in the mouth, as you
opened your mouth. You'd have got a lovely drink.
And we needed that fire. It was lovely. It felt really crispy Christmassy, actually.
My name is Holly. I'm the manager of the Grapevine in Exmouth. The pub has been here itself for 15 years. We're just about to celebrate our anniversary next week, which is super exciting. It's been a proper kind of pillar for Exmouth for a long time. We are the only kind of brewery pub around here. I mean, you've got the kind of supporting local business, but also with climate change stuff as well. Obviously, if you're keeping it as local as possible, it's the best thing. But yeah, we've got a resident Ruby kitchen as well with kind of burgers. Again, all Devon products, so the beef is literally just up the road in Honiton. Same with all of our desserts. They're made by another really sweet local business called Exploding Bakeries. So when I started 4 years ago, so it was quite an older gentleman kind of pub. It was that kind of vibe, and then we've really kind of expanded into the younger generation as well. We get loads and loads of kids in here as well. We're a big family-friendly place. We just try and accommodate as many people as we can and make it a safe space for everyone. You don't get the products anywhere else. So beer, well, I mean, looking at the beer, you've got 25 basically beers that are brewed by ourselves. You will not get that anywhere else. We kind of do IPAs to stouts, to Americans, to lagers, to Vienna lagers. Like, we are proud of that range anyway. And again, with the products, trying to keep them, you are supporting everyone around here when you come here. We're not one of those bigger corporations that kind of, you disappear into the background, you're not a real person with it. Yeah, it's just something we're really proud of.
I'm going to go first. I went to, because I went first, didn't I?
You went first.
And I was in the proper fish and chip shop. And it
is a proper fish and chip shop.
Yeah, it is. And I suppose that's why it's called that, isn't it?
It's called the proper fish and chip shop.
Yeah.
That's the name.
And the guy who ran it was called Danny. And he was so enthusiastic about like cooking fish and chips. He knew all the science of it. So like I was asking about why chips were fried in a different temperature of batter, and it was like, so they cook in a different way. And the way he like moved the pail around the raw chips, it was like he's done it, and he has been doing it for decades. And he was just like, chuck them in, be confident.
It's wonderful to see like a professional doing it.
To actually do it. Our jobs aren't really professional. So I watch people go, oh yes, you've actually trained to do something.
Do this.
Yeah.
How long does it take to cook a piece of cod?
Yeah, it was brilliant with my hand. I said, am I allowed to touch the batter? And he was like, yes, like, of course. You know, like, I'm holding fish. I was really kind of, did it very gingerly. I didn't see them make the batter. It was just in a big tub, but it was like consistency of double cream. It was gorgeous, really kind of a bit bubbly and frothy.
Oh, lovely.
And it was
you just put the fish in the batter?
Put the fish in the batter. You're allowed to put your hand in the batter. You sort of shake it a little bit, and then you sling it in, but you have to be confident. So, because the less confident you are, the more likely you are to get a bit of splashback from the batter.
You don't want that.
So yeah, it was. I was a bit. No, you don't want that.
No. You got it on your shoe.
I got it on my shoe, and I got curry sauce on my top. Now, the curry sauce going on my top was nothing to do with cooking.
Oh, that was
it was because I ate curry sauce, which was beautiful. And a bit fussy about curry sauce. It's a bit like gravy. I don't like it when it's too watery.
You need the right consistency with curry sauce.
Yes. And I don't like... Have you ever had curry sauce in, like... Is it maybe up north? It's got, like, chunks in it. Like, not raisins.
I don't really eat curry sauce, I'll be honest with you.
Get out of this
because I'm from the south.
Is it a northern thing? Is it?
Yeah, I grew up like fish and chips. Curry sauce was never mentioned. Like when I was getting fish and chips on a Friday, it wasn't an option. You never
and
had
if you'd asked for it in London,
well, I wouldn't have asked for it because no one had ever told me to have curry sauce.
Have you ever had a pickled egg from a fish and chip shop? Have you?
I've had pickled eggs and I've had like gherkins. I was brought up on those. Yeah.
And I came and watched the tail end of your duck painting.
I think you watched me drying the duck with a hairdryer. That went on quite a while. You become very lost in it, and it's you have like an hour and a half, 2 hours away from your phone. I know it seems like such a basic thing to want to do, but you don't realise you're focused on something very sort of, but it's like a meditation.
Well, it's like art for the sake of making art.
Exactly.
You're not doing it in order to earn money from it. Sorry, I'm not dissing your standard of I'm sure it'd fetch millions, but like you're doing it, it's not a means to an end. It's just literally about the process of doing it. And
And they say they have lots of groups of people going there, like birthday parties and hen parties, and they all sit down there, and he says, you know when it's going really well because there's no noise.
Yeah.
It's a quiet place and everyone's quietly painting their ducks, and then he said all of a sudden all the hairdryers come on and dry it all off. It's run by Ashley and Tina, and they're from Hollywood in Birmingham.
Yeah, the main Hollywood.
Yeah, the proper Hollywood, the real Hollywood. And they moved down here to Exmouth, and they've opened this sort of completely unique duck painting shop, and it's something I would never go and paint a wooden duck.
Well, those nachos were pretty good.
The nachos were amazing. I would really recommend them. It was like a mountain of nachos. It was like something from a fairy tale.
The old fairy tale featuring nachos.
You know that one, Goldilocks and the three nachos.
Yeah.
Well, it's time for your travel tales. Thank you very much for everyone who's been getting in touch.
The first one is from Judith in Margate. Here we go. Here we go, Judith, Margate. Me and my mate went camping in the Highlands. In the middle of the night, something started snuffling right outside the tent, pressing its nose against the fabric. Exciting at first, then terrifying. I was frozen, desperate for a pee, convinced it was a bear. I barely slept. Long after it had wandered off, too scared I'd wet the bed.
So hang on. Okay. She daren't go outside. She's desperate for a pee. So she's not scared of the bear. She's scared she'll wet the bed.
Well, she's probably scared of both, to be fair. She's probably scared of the bear and scared that she'd wet the bed.
If it was just snuffling, I'd say, you know, it could have been a person even with a cold or...
Dog?
This probably won't be kept in, but I would have weed in a receptacle within the tent.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Why suffer alone in silence?
Absolutely no way. You've got to have a saucepan around or a bottle or something.
Yes, I would have done that as well.
Yes,
I wouldn't have laid there wanting.
Yes, a saucepan.
I wouldn't have put up with that.
Yeah. Next one, Tim in Exeter, who likes pretending to be a bear and going around people's tents. Snuffling. He's been practicing his snuffling. So he says he found a slightly different kind of wildlife abroad. He says, in a little restaurant in Ljubljana, I've been there, very, very nice.
You read that like straight off the bat there.
Ljubljana. I've been to Slovenia a few times. I can sing a song in Slovenian. Martino Julček, Jakot Metulček, Sredi Prav. It's ace. It's a really ace country. So Tim's story. So in a little restaurant in Ljubljana, we didn't speak Slovenian. If only I'd been there to sing my song about Martino Julček.
The song.
Yes. The waiter barely spoke English, so he started doing animal impressions to explain the menu.
Oh my God.
By the time he got to the lamb, half the restaurant had joined in.
It's brilliant.
The best bit, the animal noises are different there. We had no idea what we were ordering. Total fiasco. That is one of the best travel stories I think I've ever heard. That is absolutely wonderful. But I wonder, so I've read about this before, that each country thinks that animals make different noises. So like in Germany, they don't think that ducks say quack. They think they say like crack or something. Because it's really brilliant to look at all the
animal sounds lost in translation.
Yeah, and why do we think we're right in English? You know, but what noise could he have been making that sounded so different from a lamb? That
a lamb.
It's going to be like, or unless the lambs in Slovenia make a different noise, like they actually make a different noise.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That would be beef.
That would be beef.
That would be steak.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do, I can't do a chicken noise. If I was the waitress.
I can't imagine that. I don't think that sounds any different
like in Slovenia than it does in England. You tail off with a cat at the end there. Yeah, that's more like it. That's more like it. If you got any more stories like that, we'd love to hear them. Honestly, they're brilliant.
Yeah, we really love it. This has been Great Escapes with me, Izzy Suttie.
And me, Dan Skinner. It was produced and edited by Adam Stoner with help from Rebecca Small. Richard Ellicott was our videographer. Check us out on Instagram to see me paint my duck at Arty Boat. I'm at Epithemiou1.
I'm at Izzy Suttie, where you'll see me frying food at Proper Fish and Chips.
Don't forget to rate, review and follow the podcast wherever you're listening to it so you never miss an episode.
Next time, we're heading to Dartmoor. I'm trying my hand at gardening in England's last castle.
And I'm heading to Jamaica Inn to explore the tale of a haunted hotel that's inspired countless books and films.
See you then.
Bye-bye.